You've probably uploaded a recap video that didn't pop off, and you probably blamed the wrong thing. Most creators think it's the algorithm or the editing software. It's none of those. I'll prove it. Two recap channels, same manhwa, same plot, same editing style. One of them is sitting at 258 views, the other is at 184,000. The thing that's different between them is invisible to almost everyone in this niche, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you pull up any two recap channels covering the same series, same source material, same screenshots, same voiceover pacing, the editing is basically identical. We're all using the same playbook, but one of these channels is pulling six-figure views while the other is buried in the algorithm. So if everyone's editing the same way, but only one channel is winning, the answer can be the editing. The answer has to be somewhere most people aren't looking. I spent 3 weeks figuring out where, and what I found wasn't a technique, it was a system. 6 specific rules that show up in every viral recap and never in the ones that flop. It's the script. That's the whole difference. Not the editing, not the thumbnails, the script. Manhwa Fresh isn't editing better than you, he's writing better than you, and the gap between his writing and the average recap script is bigger than the gap between any two editing styles I've compared. Now I could just give you the prompt that you can apply and get the scripts like Manhwa Fresh. However, I'm not going to do that because the rules don't matter equally. Some of them are cosmetic, one of them is the entire difference between a channel that works and a channel that doesn't. Also, you need to understand the rules so you can enhance them further with your own personal touch. Let's start. Rule 1, the 10-word trap. If you think your opening line should sound like a novel, it should actually sound like a punchline. Watch this recap channel open their video and you'll hear something like this.
Word on the street is that you can split the crazies on a battlefield into 3 types.
Sounds literary, right? Sounds like a real opening line from a book. That's exactly why it's killing the channel. I call it the 10-word trap and almost every recap creator falls into it. And here's how it works. YouTube doesn't care about how good your hook is at minute 3. By the time you get there, the algorithm has already decided whether your video lives or dies. The biggest audience clips hits in the first 30 seconds, which means your opening line is doing more work than your next 2 minutes combined. So that literary opening I just played you, by the time the viewer finishes hearing it, they've already clicked off. Now watch what Manhwa Fresh does with the exact same opening scene.
Japanese student Ritsuki Kakama gets his ass yeeted by Truck Kun into the isekai world.
One sentence, 4 jobs: action, meme, genre, character name. By the time the viewer finishes hearing that one line, they already know exactly what kind of story they signed up for, which is why they stay. The fix is simple. Your first 10 words should explain the entire story, not set the mood, not sound poetic, explain the entire story. Rule 2, the description illusion. If you think writing more words makes you sound like a better writer, it actually makes you sound like a worse one. Almost every new recap creator believes deep down that adding a paragraph of atmospheric details makes their script feel better. They also think that writing more is the same as working harder. It's the opposite. Every extra sentence you write is killing your retention. Let me show you what I mean. Here's how the failed channel describes a bear showing up in the forest.
Suddenly, a weird noise from the bushes sends a chill right down the boy's spine. With his eyes wide, our kid freezes in absolute shock at the danger. Right behind them, a monstrous bear rears up on its hind legs, ready to claim its dinner.
That's 3 sentences just to tell us a bear showed up. Now here's Manhwa Fresh doing the exact same beat.
And one day those dreams come true when he runs into a grizzly bear.
One sentence, same scene, same impact. And here's the part that should make this click for you forever. The viewer can already see the bear on screen. Your voiceover doesn't need to describe the bushes or the boy's facial expression. They're literally watching it. When you describe what's already on the screen, you're not adding value, you're adding drag. The same illusion shows up in the dialogue. Weak channels narrate every line of conversation like it's a stage play.
Finally mustering up his courage, the kid pulls the mage aside, wanting to clear up a huge doubt. He asks about that overpowered spell. Leaning closer, the woman gives a sly smile. Finishing the conversation with a hearty laugh, she tells him that anyone can do that with the right training.
4 sentences for one back and forth. Now Manhwa Fresh?
And that thought gave Ian hope, making him dream if he could one day use magic too. The kind woman assured him that even as a peasant, he could still change his fate and become a mage.
2 sentences, no he asks, no she smiles. None of the stage direction. The rule, if a sentence isn't moving the plot forward or making the viewer smile, cut it. No matter how much you love how it sounds. This is it. This is the rule. If you take nothing else from the entire video, take this one. Because this is the rule that separates the channels pulling thousands of views from the channels pulling millions. Look here, Manhwa Fresh almost never describes anything from scratch. Ever. Instead, he points at things you already have stored in your head and lets your brain do the rest of the work. Let me show you what that looks like in practice. Here's how the failed channel describes the moment a character unlocks wind power.
The young man gains the ability to manipulate the winds. As he lands gently in the forest, the kid reflects on the mysteries of nature.
Technically accurate, emotionally, you felt nothing. Your brain generated no image. You couldn't draw what just happened if I asked you to. Now, Manhwa Fresh,
I just love how Bro's first practical skill is him becoming Superman.
one word, Superman. And in that single word, your brain instantly loaded everything: the flight, the cape, the hero pose, the wind. The whole image came pre installed because you had it stored in your head since you were 8 years old. He didn't describe anything, he just pointed at something you already knew. That's the whole trick. Building a new image in someone's head takes effort and time. Boring one is instant, and that's why his scripts feel 10 times faster than everyone else's, even though the word count is similar. He does this constantly. The failed channel calls the magic textbook the absolute manual of magic, generic and forgettable. Manhwa Fresh keeps the real name Moronius, but then adds and started memorizing weird Harry Potter spell names. Now your brain auto connects the whole scene to Hogwarts, a world you've already spent 20 hours inside. So every time you sit down to write a description, ask yourself this: what would this remind a Manhwa fan of? Rule 4: the name spam effect. You think saying the protagonist's name makes your script sound professional? It actually makes it sound robotic. Watch the channels that are underperforming and count how many times they say the main character's full name. Most of the time, the answer is somewhere between 15 and 25 repetitions in just 90 seconds. When you hear the same 3-syllable name 40 times in 8 minutes, you stop hearing the character, you start hearing a label. Manhwa Fresh fixes this with 3 words. That's almost his entire toolkit: bro, my guy, our boy. And these 3 tiny choices change the whole feeling of the narration. The rule: use the real name once when you introduce the character. After that, bro, my guy, our boy. Save the real name for the moments that actually matter. Rule 5: texture. You think you need to be funny, you actually need to be textured. Now you might be hearing all this and thinking, okay, I get it, short script, pop culture, casual names, but when I write it that way, it still sounds boring. You're right, because you're missing the 5th ingredient. You do not need to be a comedian. You do not need to write punchlines. You do not need to be funny in a stand-up way. What you actually need is something subtle. Small flavor dots scattered throughout your script. Not jokes, texture. Watch this. Here's the failed channel describing the MC's family situation.
Reborn as Anne into a family of peasants, they immediately tell him the kid has zero magical talent. To make matters worse, their house is that classic rundown shack, so poor it's falling apart. As the third of 4 siblings, our little MC spends his days with his stomach rumbling with hunger.
The information is all there, technically nothing's missing, but emotionally the viewer's mentally scrolling TikTok. There's no personality in any of these sentences, they're flat. Now here's Manhwa Fresh covering the exact same plot point.
So Truckgun really had some beef against this guy. His family is pretty trash, and he gets bullied for having black Asian hair as an odd thing in this world.
None of these are jokes you'd repeat to a friend, none of them are punchlines, but together they make the script feel alive. That's what texture means. Small ironic moments every 1 or 2 sentences. They're not there to make the viewer laugh out loud, they're there to make the viewer feel like there's a person at the other end of the narration. If you think a longer script means a more detailed video, it actually means a video YouTube refuses to promote. We're at the last rule, and this is the one that makes every rule actually work. The failed channel I've been comparing against, their script for these chapters was around 1400 words. Manhwa Fresh covered the exact same story in about 700. That's not random, that's not luck, that's the whole game. Higher information density means tighter retention curves. Tighter retention means more watch time. More watch time is what the algorithm actually rewards. It's not an opinion, it's mechanics. YouTube literally cannot promote a video with weak retention, no matter how good your thumbnail is. Also, when your script is shorter, you naturally need fewer screenshots, which means your editing time drops by a third, which means you can publish more videos a week without burning out. So the rule is cut your script to 1/3 its length. But also, shorter doesn't mean cutting plot, it means cutting drag. Now let me show you what happens when you apply all of them to a real script at the same time. I'm going to play you a scene that a failed channel wrote, then I'm going to play you the same scene run through all 6 rules. 4 sentences, slow, heavy, the viewer is gone. Now watch what happens when you apply the 6 rules. 1 sentence, every plot point preserved, every rule applied, and it's 3 times shorter than the original. That right there, that's the difference between a 258 view video and a 184,000 view video. Now here's the part where you might be thinking, okay, this all makes sense, but I'm not about to rewrite every script line by hand. You don't have to. The AI prompt applies all 6 rules automatically. You can find it in the comments below, and your workflow should look like this. Write your script normally or pull a draft from recapmanga.com. It's actually good for writing all the info from the manhwa accurately and detailed. You can watch my previous videos on this. paste it into ChatGPT, drop my prompt on top, hit enter. About 30 seconds later, you've got a Manhwa fresh style rewrite of your entire script. Save it once as a custom GPT and you can reuse it forever. So here's where we land. The channels that are actually winning are just writing better scripts. If this actually helped you, hit the like button so it reaches more recap creators. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.